So, would I buy this luxury transportation company for $4 million? Let's talk about this. This is a real transportation business listed for sale on Biz Buy Sell, asking $4 million with $1.4 million in claimed cash flow and $5.9 million in revenue. Now, on the surface, that's about 2.85 times SDE, and on its own, that doesn't look expensive. But here's the catch. It claims 95% recurring revenue, and every one of those numbers is annualized off 4 months of books. The vehicles aren't the business. The dispatch phone isn't the business. The drivers and the contracts may actually be the business. So I want to know whether I'm buying a transportation company or paying $4 million for 4 good months and a lot full of used vehicles. So let me show you what this listing proves, what it doesn't, and whether I'd take the next call. So here's what the listing actually tells us. Before we do any math, I want to separate what the listing says from what anybody has proven. The asking price is $4 million and the fleet's included. Cash flow is $1.4 million. Revenue is $5.9 million. And both of those are 2026 claims annualized off 4 months. The company's been around more than 20 years, though it won't tell us the exact year. Management estimates about 95% of the revenue is recurring, and that's an estimate. It runs 24/7, 365, so somebody's on dispatch while the rest of us are asleep. And there's about $788,000 of furniture, fixtures, and equipment reportedly included. Employees? Not disclosed. On a company that moves people in vehicles, we're never told how many drivers there are. That's a strange thing to leave out. Now, those are all listing facts and seller claims. They are not diligence. They're enough to decide whether we keep reading. Nothing more than that. So the multiple looks fine. 4 months of annualized numbers don't. Here's why I'd still keep reading. The price is 2.85 times reported SDE, and that works out to an SDE margin of 23.6%. It does hand us real things to dig into. A 2.85 times multiple is reasonable for a first look. The service mix is described as diversified. Management estimates 95% of the revenue is recurring, and the fleet and the operating infrastructure are included, and the business has more than 20 years of history. So all of those are reasons stacked for it. But look at what the brochure does not establish. It doesn't prove that $1.4 million of SDE holds across a full year, or the seasonality behind it. It doesn't give us a vehicle count, titles, mileage, the debt on those vehicles, or a replacement schedule. A fleet you can't see is a number you can't check. It doesn't tell us how concentrated the customers are inside that 95% claim, how many drivers there are, whether they're employees or contractors, or who runs an operation that goes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week once the sellers leave. And look, I'm not saying the broker's lying. I'm saying the listing's doing its job. Now we've got to do ours. So you can't annualize 4 months and ignore the fleet. This is the part that can change the whole deal. Here's what we know. The 2026 revenue and cash flow figures are annualized from January through April. Take 4 months, multiply it out, and call it a year. That works if the year is flat. If it isn't, you're not buying earnings, you're buying a projection. Here's the seller claim. Management estimates about 95% of the customer revenue is recurring. But recurring doesn't tell us who those customers are, or how few it takes to blow a hole in that number. Here's what we don't know. The listing doesn't disclose fleet detail, employee count, customer concentration, or 1 full year of history. So here's the assumption to test. That fleet carries no undisclosed debt, and those first 4 months fairly represent a complete operating year. A fleet isn't furniture. It ages, it breaks, it gets financed, and every vehicle is either an asset or a payment you inherited. None of those are red flags on their own. They're the things the next call has to answer. If the evidence is good, we keep going. If the seller can't produce it, we stop. So how much of that $1.4 million do I actually trust? The listing gives us exactly one SDE number, and that's the $1.4 million. What it doesn't give us is the add back bridge. So we've got no real detail on what's inside it. So I'm not going to invent which expenses disappear the day after closing, but I'm going to stress test that number. I'm accepting 75% of it, which lands us at about $1.1 million. That's a haircut of about $350,000 right off the top. And that doesn't mean I know exactly which 25% is fake. It means I want to know whether this deal survives when some of that claimed cash flow disappears. For an owner-operator, that accepted SDE is your pay and your profit combined, before debt. So if you don't want to be the one taking the dispatch call at 2 in the morning, somebody else has to be, and you pay them at market rate. And this math changes. Same business, same price, different buyer model. So now let's back it into debt service and find out whether the price survives financing. The buyer puts in $200,000. The seller carries another $200,000 at 0% on full standby. And that leaves a modeled SBA loan of $3.6 million. Monthly SBA debt service is about $48,000, so that's roughly $570,000 a year. Against our accepted SDE, debt coverage is 1.84 times, and an owner-operator is left with about $481,000 after debt service. Now that's before tax, before working capital, before the next round of vehicle spending, and before surprises. And you can see right there in the note, that figure sits before any management replacement. Hire somebody to run a business that never closes, and you run this screen again, and it doesn't look this friendly. And that's where a fleet bites. Vehicles wear out on their own schedule, not on the bank's, and the payment lands every month whether the vehicle is earning or sitting. The spreadsheet tells us whether the structure is possible. It doesn't prove the seller's numbers. Now that first broker call has 6 jobs, and I'm not asking the broker to sell me the business. We're not negotiating price yet. I'm trying to answer 6 questions. First, give me monthly revenue, gross profit, and SDE from 2023 through June 2026 so I can see a real year instead of 4 annualized months. Second, list every vehicle with the title, the lien, the mileage, the condition, the maintenance history, and replacement plan. Third, break the revenue down by customer, by contract, by service line, and by referral source. Fourth, list every driver, dispatcher, and manager with status, pay, tenure, turnover, and what happens to them after close. Fifth, show me insurance claims, loss runs, permits, licenses, Department of Transportation, compliance, and accident history. And sixth, show me the SDE bridge, the debt schedule, the tax returns, and the working capital requirements. Now, if the broker can't answer all of those on the first call, that's fine. If the seller can't produce the evidence after an NDA, that's not fine. So the operating platform earns a call. The annualization and the fleet decide the price. That's the crux of it. So would I buy it? Obviously, nobody can answer that off a biz by sell listing. Would I take the next call? Yeah, but carefully. At 2.85 times reported SDE with a claimed recurring base under it, there's enough here to investigate. But the headline earnings come from annualizing 4 months. And the listing holds back the fleet, staffing, and concentration detail that decides whether they're real. The documents and the operating evidence decide whether this deserves an offer. So it comes down to 2 things. Show me a full operating year and show me exactly what's parked in that fleet. My first pass verdict is proceed with caution. It's worth the call, but it has not earned a let's sign a check today kind of approach. That's a decision about the next call. It's not a decision to buy.